Hi everyone, welcome to the Francis Show. I am your host, Francis Chau. Today we are here to talk about a creative technique in real estate investing, and that's subject to. And I have a special guest with me. This is Mr. Oscar Cruz. How are you doing, Oscar?
Doing great. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for being on my show. I would like to get a history of the journey that you had in coming on board and working in the creative real estate investing space. Can you tell me where you started and when?
So we're gonna have to go back pretty far. As far as I can remember, 2004, I went to a Robert Allen Institute event. It was originally a 2-hour deal. They pitched a 3-day event. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And so I went to that, and I came out of that more confused than anything. They gave me all kinds of creative ways to do this. So where before I didn't know what to do, then I had too much to do. I didn't know where to go. So one of the things that I do remember is they said, look for people who are don't wanters. That's people who don't want their house. And so fast forward, I went to a local club here in Houston, and I ended up partnering up with another gentleman that had been in the business for a while, and we decided to flip a house at the time. That was back in 2005. And sure enough, we picked it up for like numbers, what I recall, 66,000. We put 20,000 into it, so a total 88,000, and then we put it for sale. 2005, the market was already going downhill.
So no bites.
So no bites. I ended up selling it. No, I ended up leasing it because I had held it for 6 months, paying the mortgage. I wasn't even living in it, and so after that, I found out I became a don't wanter. I didn't want this house. I got married, and I was like, I got too much stuff going on with my marriage. That to add the headaches of managing a house, it just wasn't for me. So I literally gave the house away. I did take a break for, I'm going to say 5+ years, but real estate has always been my passion. So I figured out if this wasn't meant for me, I still believe in it. So I went ahead and went the traditional route. So I took my courses and became a real estate agent.
When was that, Oscar?
That was in 2013.
Wow, you've been a real estate agent well over 10 years now.
Yes.
What has your journey been like in the last 10 years?
It's been hard. People think it's easy to find clients and to sell them. And pretty much what I found out, everybody comes after your money. Everybody wants a part of your commission. So it's pretty hard just to find clients, sellers or buyers, and then everybody wants to discount your commission. So I said, there's got to be a different way, and I ended up running across you in a similar house to the one that we're in.
Yes, I remember doing the workshop last October inside a single-story home, and it was also a subject to house. So what did you learn, and what was your experience after getting one lesson in 2 hours?
Well, one, I liked you. I liked how you presented the material, and I liked the fact that you found this house. And the number one thing that I liked about it more was that you helped everybody. It was a win-win-win situation. You helped the agent who had it listed, who wouldn't have sold it.
It was in pre-foreclosure.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in pre-foreclosure, so you're right. If the house did not sell, the owner would lose the house because she was in arrears. The agent would not make any commission if the listing is turned off. And so at the end of that deal, I was able to help the seller as well as the agent and my team.
Yes, and I don't know if I shared this with you, but I had a similar situation to that agent where I took a listing and I didn't ask for my client's mortgage information. I didn't think that was important. And come to find out, my client ended up getting foreclosed, and I only found out about it like a week before their house went into the auction. So that's part of the other reason why I liked your situation. When I came, I'm like, okay, I got to find a way to help.
Well, most agents, they really don't know if their client is behind on their mortgage. It doesn't matter if they're about to be behind, or they're 3 months behind, or they're 6 months behind, but at the 6-month mark, You know, you might have less than a week to move out before the bank takes your home. So you really want to reach out to those people that are not in that situation yet. And unfortunately, most realtors, out of respect, they don't want to ask their clients, you know, are you behind on payments?
It sounds a little too personal.
Because that's a little too personal. So you can say, do you own this house free and clear? And then they can say, oh no, I'm still making payments. Oh, have the payments been made on time? You know, so you can lead into that conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. And what else did you learn during my first lesson with you?
So I learned that you were able to find that house through an agent. So that intrigued me being an agent. And that's where I went up to you and wanted to see if there's any way I can work with you. Then I'd love to work with you. So.
Well, I love working with agents who are open to the idea of creative real estate investing, because we are in the business of helping people. And if you want to help somebody avoid foreclosure, this is the best way to do it. And that's finding a solution for them. In this case, it was taking over the financing, subject to the seller keeping the loan in their name. And from there, where did we go?
So we started working together. You started showing me everything step by step. As we had talked about before, what is the difference between what I had done in the past, with Robert Allen and other programs that I invested tens of thousands of dollars in. Most of them just gave you a mentor that called you like for 30 minutes once a month. And so I found that wasn't helpful to me at all. It basically took me back to school when I went to class, listened to the teacher, and I tell like my kids, yeah, in school they teach you 2 + 2 is 4, and then the homework that they send you, it's like 1,498 plus 239. You're like, we didn't study that. So that's kind of like what I felt. But in school, you know, whenever I had a tutor that actually walked me through the process, that made more sense. And that's basically where you come in. You came in and basically tutored me. So
yeah, I think that's the difference between being coached and being mentored. Because as a coach, I can talk to an entire class, but as a mentor, I can speak one-on-one with you and tell you exactly what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right. And more importantly, as a coach and mentor, we're here to help you avoid risk. So in this business, like anything you invest in, doesn't matter if it's stocks or a brand new business, and no matter what business, there are risks. So as a coach and mentor, it is my job to help you lower those risks and then help you save money and time. Did you feel that was the biggest thing out of all the coaching programs?
Yes, by far out of all the coaching programs, I feel you've opened up all the information. And like you said, make some adjustments specific to me, so I really appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. And during the holidays, very few people are working during the holidays. That's really the best time to acquire creative deals, but most people are taking their vacations. So I know I met you back in October, but you really didn't come back on board until about a week and a half ago. So in a week and a half's time, how quickly did you find this deal that we're standing in?
Yeah, so we reached out to the agent about a week ago. We did exchange some texts, and then there was like a few days there was no interaction. So I reached out to him again end of the week, last week, and we're able to get some more information and see about helping his client.
Yeah, so talk to me about some of the specs on this home.
So this is a 2022 built property, so it's fairly new. And it's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it's in a nice community.
It's beautiful here, and it's a 2-story home. It's a
2-story home, and it has a water softener, so we're able to help take over that. Being this a subject to deal, we're able to help the existing seller.
Yeah, and let's dive into some of those numbers. Okay. So this house was listed for $275,000. What's the loan balance on it?
It's I'm going to say about $259,000, $260,000.
Okay, so $260,000. So if you look at it, even though it's listed for $275,000, it may really only be worth $270,000. They're asking for extra money because in this case, the seller would have to bring between $10,000 and $15,000 to the closing table in order to sell this home traditionally. So we have a way to combat that. And what are the monthly payments on it?
On this one, this is without tax.
Yes.
They're roughly about $2,000.
Yes. So the reason why Oscar said it's without tax is because this house was lived in by a veteran. And we love helping our veterans avoid foreclosure.
Yes.
But even with veterans, the interest rates have gone up drastically. You know, they were able to get 2 3/4, 3 3/4% interest rate after COVID times, but now we're looking at how much?
5.5 on this one.
5.5 on this one, and then regular interest rate is
7
to 7.5%.
Yeah.
Okay, so on this particular house, it doesn't matter what the market is doing. It doesn't matter if it's at 7.5, 8% interest. We can find deals like this at 5.5 interest rate and be able to help someone. So the payments were around $2,000. You said there was a water softener.
Yes.
How much is the loan balance on the water softener?
$4,800.
$4,800, and how much per month? About $70 per month.
$69.
$69, $70 per month, and we take over that subject to as well. Okay, so on any type of subject to deal, if the property has a lien on it, such as a solar roof or a water softener, the cool thing is the seller doesn't have to worry about it because whoever the new buyer is, they're going to take over the payments subject to the existing financing. So you've got the mortgage, you've got a solar roof, you've got the water softener, you can even have a swimming pool. There could be a lien for the swimming pool. So on any type of subject to deal, if the headache and heartache is about paying off these things before you move out, the seller is in trouble. So for instance, if he owes $260 and you know it takes about $20,000 to close on a deal at the $275,000 mark. So he still needs to bring money to the closing table. But if he has a water softener, now he has to pay off that $4,800 as well before he can sell the house.
Yeah.
But here we come saying, don't worry, we'll take over the payments and we'll roll that into our contract. How cool is that?
It's nice.
It's very nice. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on the Francis Show. Today we talked about subject to deals and how we can help somebody avoid foreclosure. Because with somebody in foreclosure, they could be looking at 7 to 10 years bad credit. They can't be able to finance a new home or get new credit cards. Well, in this instance, when we take over the payments, guess what? Now they are free to buy the next home because this one is already taken care of and it's taken off of their debt to income ratio. So it's very important to help more people in the pre-foreclosure process, hopefully before they even have a single late payment, because this house right here has no late payments.
Yes.
Everything was made on time, including the water softener. So if we can help more people make sure that they can avoid foreclosure, save 7 to 10 years of bad credit, that is our job. And one of the important questions you forgot to ask me, Oscar, is how does the seller know that the bills will be taken care of? I mean, what guarantees do you, the seller, have when you're selling it to me subject to? Well, let me tell you. When we take over a deal subject to, we're already putting out $15,000 to $20,000 to take care of any arrears, all the closing costs, the agent listing commissions, and who knows how many other liens that are on the property, such as a HOA lien, and it's like money coming out the wazoo. So when an investor comes in, an investor like myself comes in, we take over all of those things. So we're $20,000 to $30,000 into a deal. You think we're gonna renege on the payments and allow the bank to take it back?
No.
No way. So when we do these types of deals, the seller can rest assured that the payments are being protected, okay? Any other questions, Oscar?
No, I heard that expressed this way. It's having skin in the game.
Having
right?
skin in the game. We have skin in the game. We're not going anywhere.
Right.
And what advice do you have for our audience looking at creative real estate investing for the first time? What advice can you give newbie investors?
I would say definitely get with somebody. If you're looking for a mentor, somebody that is going to actually mentor you and you're going to have access to, like Frances. She has been tremendous difference over anything that I've done in the past. So I would say definitely, if you're available to take on more people, definitely reach out to Frances.
If you would like more information on how you can get coaching from the right people in this industry, I have a way to help you. All you need to do is reach out to me at franceschau.com. You can go in and watch a 2-hour introduction to creative real estate investing, and you can also reach out to me by scheduling a strategy session. And in that strategy session, we will discuss what your capabilities are and how soon you want to get started. Because some people want to just buy their first home and they don't have good credit, but they have the money. They can get into a house like this in no time. So if you're looking to invest in more properties, if you only have $100,000 to put into a property, but if you learn how to do creative real estate investing, you can buy 3 houses for the same $100,000. So if you'd like to learn more about that, please reach out to me at franceschau.com. I'd like to thank Oscar today for joining us on The Frances Show. See you next time.
Bye.